Welcome back to another edition of my Ripple Effect mini-series where I'm looking at different ways that money affects various aspects of your life. And today I'm going to talk about your free time, how it affects your vacations, your weekends, holidays, all that kind of stuff. And I think first and foremost, I want to start with, I look at money as just a tool that we use to be able to do whatever we want, whenever we want, with whomever we want. And therefore, needing money, needing to pay bills, all of that kind of stuff, you sort of have to have a job, right? All of that fun stuff. But when you have enough, then it starts to affect the amount of free time that you have. If you're working every extra shift and you're trying to pick up holidays and you're doing all, then you don't have any free time. And that's money affecting the fact that you don't have free time. Now, on the flip side, if you won the lottery, for example, you would do what? Pay off all of your bills and all of your debts and all of your things and have money around, and probably quit your job. That's one that people love to go to. All of a sudden, now you have all of the time in the world back, and now your free time is literally just time. And then what, right? It takes you 2 days to pay off your house, your car, and all of that other stuff, and then what do you do for the rest of your life? You travel, but you're not going to travel for 30 years. You're going to come back home. So what are you going to do, right? Big question to ask, but not really applicable to most people, right? We're not going to win the lottery. So if we scale that back and we say, well, hey, but what if you had enough savings to get through the next 6 months or a year? You had a plan in place and you understood your spending, you understood all of this stuff to where you didn't have to pick up every extra shift, work on all of the holidays. Well, now you're using money and your buffer and your savings as a way to get more of your time back, right? And so this is how money is then getting you more of that time back. And then it kind of dictates what you do with that free time, right? I have a buddy, for example, that has said to me, I work too hard to worry about all of the stuff that I don't do for a living. And he doesn't mow his yard. He doesn't do his pool. He has a housekeeper come every so often, and he doesn't make ungodly amounts of money. But he has a plan that works, that lets him pay other people to do that, so that when it's his time, it's his time. He's not spending it doing chores, running around trying to make all of this stuff happen. I mean, he does dishes like everybody else, but he has his time back, and he's using money to get his time back and to take that task loading off of his plate, right? And let somebody else do it. On the other hand, I know someone else that every single time they go on vacation, all I ever hear about is how expensive it was, how they thought about, oh, we just spent so much money, we did this, da 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 da. And they're stressed out on vacation when they shouldn't be. They should actively be resting and recovering because they're so worried about money and how much money they're spending. And if we take that and we apply it to literally everything in life, and Jess loves to use the term task loading, and it's just how many thoughts are going through your head, how many decisions are you trying to make, and money just plays this fun underlying role in all of those day to day. If you don't have a good plan, you're going to consistently ask yourself, can I XYZ? Kids are going back to school. They want new shoes. Okay. Can I afford those new shoes that my kids are asking for? But if you have a plan in place and you go, hey, all right, kids, you have $200 that you've already set aside for their shoes. Go find shoes. You can find as many pairs of shoes as you want, whatever shoes you want. I don't care. Under $200. Now the kid thinks it's a game and an activity and whatever, and you don't have to think about it. And they come back to you and they go, Mom, it's under the number. Poof, done. And you don't have to think about it, and you don't care, and you're not stressed about it. And you're getting your time back and your free time back, all because you have a plan in place. A great example of this, and it's, I wear exclusive, it's a big thing in our house. I wear pretty exclusively. I wear Tommy Bahama jeans, and they aren't that cheap. They're like 100 to 150 bucks. I don't get clothes all that often. So when I turn around to go buy jeans, I don't think about the money. I go, how many pairs of jeans do I need? And I go get them and I move on with my day. And I don't freak out over a number. And that is just because you have a plan in place that fits however you want it to fit in your life, right? And when we stop thinking about free time and we just start thinking about time and tasks and thoughts and all of that stuff, and it's how many there are people that I know that want to think about their money and they want to see where it's going. And that's great. That's a plan that works for them, right? And so when you think about this, you have to go, what is the plan that is going to work for me so that money can positively affect my life? and my free time and all of that stuff. And then when you turn around and you go, hey, I've got this plan in place and I've done whatever, your relationship with your job, with everything else that gives you non-free time and you're stressed out about, all of a sudden that changes. And now you can force it to not be stressful because you can walk away because you have a good plan in place. And so when you walk away from this, if you've made it this far into the video, good work. When you walk away, I want you to go, how is money affecting my day-to-day life in ways of whether or not I'm even thinking about it? And is my plan working for me? It is one of my favorite parts. This is not a pitch for financial coaching. It is one of my favorite parts of working with people. They come to me and they go, I don't know, I'm freaked out. My money is everywhere. And I go, okay, cool. We're going to make a plan. And the stress kicks down. And then all of a sudden they go, oh, well, now I can afford to take the better vacation that I didn't get to take ever because I didn't have a plan, right? It emanates everywhere through it, and you can use it positively. And I think most people look at it negatively, but if you have the right plan, you can do it positively. That is how money really affects your time and whether or not you have free time, and how your vacations are good or bad depending on how expensive they are and what you think about that. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.